Hi, welcome back after the two acrylics. I'm going to do another watercolour, and I'm going to base this on it's like a composite with Mission Common, the Seven Islands series, and some mountainous background. I'll see how we get on. So we're going to wet the paper all over. Sort of an improvised painting, making one up. The thing about painting the acrylic, you do tend to be a bit literal because you can change and you tend towards exactitude, and is really what we're trying to get away from. So, nice and wet. I've altered the angle of my board to about, I suppose, about 75 degrees without putting a protractor on. That hake is the one that splits rather badly. But we'll see how we go. Right, I'll mix a bit of, yeah, that's a bad one. Don't like that hake. Oh, I'm loath to throw it away. I don't like to waste things. And this one, it's a little bit dirty from yesterday. Right, okay. So a bit of sienna, raw sienna, and a bit of lemon yellow in there, I think. Bit of alizarin crimson. I'll just clean it up a little bit. Ooh, that's my must have a bit of rag to take the excess moisture off your brush. Okay, well that's nice and wet. We'll put in some ultramarine. And a little bit dark. I'll put a bit of Payne's grey in there, just a bit of shadow and a bit of alizarin. To bring the dark into the reflection. Right, okay. Swig of tea. And just reclip the paper as it grows. Right, okay, we'll see how that dries. Okay, I'm going to put in some background using those colours, but I want to put them in light. Put a bit of bright colour in there, I think. Let's just put something in like that over there. Right, that will be the horizon. And I'll just dry that off a little bit. So, headphones off. Right now. Right, sort of an autumny scene, I think we'll put on, but do some darker trees to start with. A bit of red and a bit of blue. Bit of green in there. Sort of a fancy, just making this up as I go along. And we'll get some nice autumny bit of sienna. Get both of these siennas in here. A bit of yellow and Payne's grey, just right, let's just dragging in some reflections here, as you can see. Oops. No, I don't like that. Let's just change that reflection a little bit. Right, let's just put a bit of harder, warmer bank along here. Just want to leave that margin between the water and the bank, just to make it just a little bit obvious. Okay, so what we're really trying to do is to get some interesting shapes. Just flick down there, right, okay, those background hills haven't really shown up, have they, but just about see them here. Distant hills I think, something like that. Right, now we're putting a bit of foreground, a bit of rocks and usual. Lots of colour. Payne's grey, heavy. Just putting a bit of banking along here. And some rocky stuff in there. Just drag that down. Right, carry on with the banks. Like a sort of a bit of marshy stuff. Let's just drag the grasses up. This is really just an antidote to the acrylic, because they take much longer to do, and voice acting. This is just having fun with the paint now. So blue, grey, sienna. Nice and dark now in this foreground, because I want to put in some rocks and scrapings and stuff. Okay. Rigger and the card. I was asked yesterday, what card do I use? Well, that one was a Freedom Pass. That allows me, well, it was whole. It's a bit bigger than the credit card. Allows me to travel freely on the buses in London and around the country. Which I'm getting on. And but any plastic card, flexi card, just cut it to the size you want. Credit cards, old library cards. I will just do some calligraphy now with a calligraphy brush. It reminds me of a lake I've demonstrated, and I did a painting of years ago of Claremont Lake, just off the A3 in Surrey. Lovely lake. I stopped a job to go and paint it. I don't think the customer was too happy when she knew what I was doing, but then I was self-employed. I pleased myself. Right, got a nice bit of. There was a watercolourist that I really admired in those days, Jarbo. I think it was American. I loved his stuff. That's a bit buried in there, so I'm going to just break up my yeah, it's a little bit lost there. Let's just silhouette the some branches in there. I'll just go over the top of that, just to justify that, and we'll right, we could probably put in a larger tree canopy, so let's just dispense with this, get rid of that. Right, I don't think that's quite come off, has it? And there's so many times, I know it shows a lack of imagination, but hey, after so many demos, originality gets a bit thin on the ground. Right, let's break up the brush with a bit of dry towel, whatever you've got at hand, and we'll just put some green in there as well. Probably too busy this one, but well, what do you reckon? Better before I put the trees in there. I was doing alright until then. Let's put in a couple of figures on the other side here. I'll use a figure brush, or a small brush. Try to give some scale to what is over the other side. A bit too strong. Put it back again. Just a couple of figures there. Well, I don't know whether I think much of it. So let's put it on the mountain. I'll put it in the ivory mount. See what we think of it. It wasn't what I had in mind, but I didn't really have anything in mind, did I? I just sort of went at it without any plan. Just so an autumn scene from Mitcham Common. But the hills, I can't really call it hills because they don't really show. So I'll let it go. I'll just say Mitcham Common Revisited, although it isn't really. It's very similar, but there are hills on Mitcham Common now. There never used to be. It used to be a very flat area, but it's all the landfill that has gone on. It's now quite hilly. Now, I'm not going to put hills on it now, so I'll let that go. Thanks for watching. I'll bring you round. We'll have another little gander at it. Right. Well, I'm not. Probably that's a bit irksome, isn't it? There. Let's just bring that down a bit, because that just isn't good. It's a bit obvious there. I'll just dry that. It's better before it goes into a cauliflower or an oasis, a hard edge. Right, okay, well thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.